Welcome back, everybody. Remember last time we were here I told you we'd work on making a collar around this cross member to help support it and attach it to the front leg, just to give us a stronger setup and a stronger bond to the leg. This is what we're going to do. Can you get that in there, Mr. Cameraman? You can see how the pieces go right around that cross member, and then those glued to the cross member and to the leg, so it gives us that added support that we're after. Now, if you come around here, I can show you. I've taken a piece of 1x2 and I'm going to put it in here where I want it to go. Now I've already back cut it 5 degrees here so that it fits flat inside this bird's mouth that we cut out. Now, to determine my length, all I have to do is mark my edge. And then once I have my edge marked, I'm just going to make a small tick on the outside to tell me where, or so that I can see it on the saw and tell me where I need to cut. And then usually when I do that, I also make a small line that tells me the direction that I want the angle to go in. That way, when I set it up on the saw, I don't have to question myself as to whether I'm holding it in the saw correctly and have the right angle. I know that angle is 45 degrees, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that right now. Okay, it looks like I'm pretty close to the line, maybe a little strong. If I have to trim it down, I'll trim it down, but looks, yeah, I'm gonna cut that off just a little bit. Remember, always holding your stuff securely in the saw, not putting your fingers too close to the blade. And that gives us a pretty accurate fit right there. Now the other side, I'm going to go ahead and do the left side and then do the right side now. That has to be back cut to fit against the stringer at 20 degrees, which remember is the same degree that we used on the stringer when we started out. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it. I've got my little tick here just to let me know where the blade should be. I've made a mark going back so that I know which way the 45-degree angle should be, and I'll go ahead and cut it. Cutting small pieces, I like to let the saw blade stop before I lift it up. That way I don't have anything. Oh man, I cut that one a little short. What's up with that, Mr. Wardrup? Oh, missed. I'll go back to my 20-degree angle and I'll make my small mark and then give myself a little tick. I'll tell myself that's the way the angle goes. I'm curious as to how I did that. Huh. Oh, well, let me give it another try. Let's see how that one works. Okay, much better. Need to let my eyes adjust a little bit from the sunlight versus the shade here in the garage. I had to put my saw outside because I got tired of all the dust. So anyways, I've got the two pieces fit, and they fit pretty straight. So all I need to do is make another section or another piece that goes in here. So I'm going to go ahead and set my piece in there against the 45, make a little mark right here, and tell myself that my 45-degree angle is going to go back that way, and then I'll go cut it. Not bad, should work. We'll see. I could make that, I think, a little bit smaller, and that'll let me push the piece up farther. And I've got just about a 1/16 of an inch of a gap right there. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do that. Again, I always like to let the blade stay down and stop before I lift it up. And that's working better. But I'm going to go ahead and cut back slightly on my side angle here on this longer piece. Just to see if I can get a slightly better and tighter fit there. Okay, that one looks pretty good. So I don't really have a problem with that. It's around the pieces securely. I don't have any really significant cracks and gaps. So what I'm going to do now, and you guys aren't going to need to watch this, I'm going to take an old piece of sandpaper, and before I glue and nail these on, I'm just going to hit the edges a little bit, just so that I don't have any sharp edges. Okay, you can go ahead and stop there, and we'll start up in just a second. Hey guys, welcome back. I went ahead and sanded the edges on those pieces, and then put them in where they're supposed to go, glued them, and then put a couple of nails in to hold them while they're drying. So we got that done. And you probably noticed, if you come over here and look at this other chair, look at the bottom of it, and you can see the seat slats that run this way are attached directly to the stringer. Remember, the stringer is only 3/4 of an inch long, and usually what we run into in class is when you guys put the nails in for the top, you'll miss this part altogether, and then the nails just shine through, and we have to pull them out and then re-nail it. Or it goes through an edge and kind of splinters it. Same thing with the screws. So what I thought I would do is add a piece on the bottom that fits underneath the seat slats, so that when you put the seat slats on, you've got a wider area right here for it to rest on. So it'll make it a little bit easier for you guys to nail things off and to put the screws in. Okay? Now, I've got the collars on that support piece, or on our cross brace, and what I'd like to try to do next is go ahead and put our back support up for the back of the chair. Now I cut those pieces right here. Now, all this is a standard 1x4, and it's cut 30 inches long. And then I glued a couple of additional supports on each part of it on the top, still staying with that 20-degree angle right across here. So essentially all you have is a couple of pieces like this glued to each side, okay? And the reason for that is, again, we're putting nails and screws into just a 3/4 inch piece of stock, and it's easier for you guys if you have a wider piece up here to nail and screw into. Now, in setting this piece, I want it at 18 inches from the edge of my front leg to the back of the support. See if my laser vision worked today, and I got that right. Huh, it's exactly 18. How does he do it? Amazing. Okay, so I've got that, it's pretty tight. I'm gonna go ahead and check and make sure that it's up and down or level. So all I have to do is make sure the bubble's in between the two lines, and it is right there. So I have the piece on straight, secure. It's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and make a faint little mark on the end right there, just to let me know where it has to be put back when I decide to, or when I get ready to glue. So I'll go ahead and take the other side. And do the same thing. I can line it up and sight it with the other side and see if they're lined up or not. Looks pretty straight. Take my hand down the clamp. Clamp that into place. And I'll check to see whether I have my 18 inches, and I do. It's amazing, my old eyes still work. I'm going to check to make sure it's level. I've got the bubble between the two lines. Right there, looks pretty good. Go ahead and make a mark right here on the end, on the stringer behind my support, just so I know where to put it back when I get ready to glue the thing. On this part, the two pieces here in the back section and then the brace on the top, I like to put everything together without gluing it first. Just that way I'm confident that, you know, it's going to fit right in case I have to make some kind of adjustments or sanding or something like that. So I'm going to set these up. And another thing that the braces do on this upright piece is they allow me to set my top piece here, because it needs to be exactly 3/4 of an inch over the vertical support here. So this wood is 3/4 of an inch. So that pretty much lets me line it up. Set those out of the way. Now the hangover in the back is 3/4 of an inch also. So I have that flat against my braces. I have the bottom edge of my support 3/4 of an inch over this vertical line. And I can take my clamp. That's why I kind of like these clamps, because they give you a little bit of movement. And they're padded, so let you line things up and attach it fairly securely on the end. I'm going to go ahead and hold that in place. Take my other clamp, go to the other side, move it to 3/4 of an inch overhang on the back. Looks pretty good. I'm going to move this piece out so it's exactly flush with the edge of my vertical support for the back. And go ahead and clamp it down. So I'll check that, make sure I have the right reveal on each side. This one could be back just about a 1/16, so it looks pretty good. And this will go out to match that edge. So it's sitting pretty much where it would be when I glue it. So what I'll do is take one of my upright pieces that are part of the chair back. That's these pieces right here. Okay? And I'll start with the end, and then we'll go on from there and I'll show you how to put these on. Okay?